Welcome to our YouTube channel. Today we look at the Book of Enoch Chapter 2, Enoch's Vision of the Watchers. Chapter 2, Enoch's Vision of the Watchers. In the days of Jared the seventh from Adam, there arose a man named Enoch who walked with the Lord. And the knowledge of the Most High was upon him, and he saw visions of the Holy One in the heavens. One night, as Enoch laid upon his bed, a deep sleep fell upon him, and behold, a vision came before him. The heavens opened, and the angels of the Lord descended in great glory, their faces shining like the sun, and their wings stretching forth to touch the four corners of the earth. And Enoch beheld a great host of heavenly beings called the Watchers, who were appointed to watch over the affairs of men. Their eyes were like flames of fire, and their bodies were like burning coals. These Watchers were unlike any mortal beings, for they possessed great knowledge and power, and they were filled with pride and arrogance. They lusted after the daughters of men, and descended to the earth, forsaking their rightful place in the heavens. And the Watchers taught men the secrets of heaven and earth, and the forbidden arts of sorcery and enchantments. They revealed to mankind the making of weapons, and taught them the ways of war, leading them astray from the path of righteousness. As Enoch watched in his vision, his heart was troubled, and he spoke unto the Lord, saying, O Lord, what shall be the fate of these Watchers who have left their abode in the heavens and corrupted the earth with their teachings? And the Lord answered Enoch, saying, Behold, I shall bring judgment upon the Watchers, and upon the children of men who have followed after their wicked ways. I shall not allow their transgressions to go unpunished. And the Lord commanded the archangel Michael to bind the Watchers with chains and cast them into the depths of the earth, into a place of darkness and torment, where they shall remain until the day of judgment. Then Enoch saw another vision, and the Lord showed him the great flood that would come upon the earth to cleanse it from the wickedness of men and the fallen Watchers. The waters of the flood rose high above the mountains, and all living creatures perished, except for Noah and his family, who found favor in the eyes of the Lord. And the Lord spoke unto Enoch, saying, Noah shall find grace in my sight, and he shall build an ark to save himself and his household from the waters of the flood. And through Noah's righteousness, a remnant of mankind shall be preserved to repopulate the earth. And the vision continued, and Enoch saw the righteous rewarded in the presence of the Lord, dwelling in a place of peace and joy, while the wicked faced eternal punishment for their deeds. Thus, Enoch's vision revealed the consequences of the Watchers' rebellion and the impending judgment that would come upon the earth. And Enoch was filled with awe and fear, for he understood the gravity of the Lord's righteousness and justice. And when Enoch awoke from his vision, he was filled with a solemn duty to warn the children of men about the ways of the Watchers and the path of righteousness that they should follow to avoid the coming judgment. Thus, Enoch began to speak to the people, proclaiming the words of the Lord, urging them to turn away from wickedness and seek the ways of righteousness and obedience to the Most High. And so it was that Enoch's words were written down and preserved, becoming a testament to the truth he witnessed in his vision, a warning to future generations to heed the ways of the Lord and shun the path of rebellion and darkness. As Enoch spoke to the people, his words were met with both awe and skepticism. Many scoffed at the idea of heavenly beings descending to the earth and corrupting mankind. They mocked his warnings, believing that the pleasures of the world were more enticing than any divine consequences. But there were some who listened with earnest hearts, and they were troubled by the gravity of Enoch's message. They recognized the wickedness that had spread across the land, fueled by the teachings of the fallen Watchers. These individuals began to question their own actions and sought to find a path of righteousness. Enoch, guided by the Spirit of the Lord, continued to preach and teach the people for many years. He spoke of the divine laws and the need for repentance, urging them to turn away from their wicked ways and return to the path of righteousness. He shared stories of the days when mankind walked in harmony with the Creator and the peace that they had lost due to their rebellion. Among those who truly listened was Methuselah, the son of Enoch. Methuselah saw the sincerity in his father's eyes and the divine light that emanated from him. He took to heart Enoch's teachings and became an advocate for righteousness in the land. As the years passed, Enoch's reputation as a prophet grew, and many came from distant lands to hear his words. They were astonished by the wisdom and visions he shared, and the news of Enoch's prophecy spread far and wide. Despite the growing number of believers, there were also those who sought to silence Enoch. The corrupt leaders and followers of the Watchers feared that his message would dismantle their power and influence over the people. One day, as Enoch was teaching a large gathering of followers, a group of wicked men, instigated by the fallen Watchers, surrounded him. They accused him of spreading lies and conspiracies, seeking to discredit his message. Enoch remained steadfast, filled with the courage that came from the Most High. He addressed his accusers with humility and unwavering faith, proclaiming the truth of his visions and the divine judgment that awaited those who persisted in wickedness. The wicked men, unable to find fault in Enoch's words, resorted to violence. They seized him and brought him before the rulers of the city, demanding that he be silenced forever. In the presence of the rulers, Enoch's face glowed with the radiance of the Lord's Spirit. He spoke with eloquence and authority, explaining that he was a mere messenger, a vessel for the divine words of warning and hope. The rulers, torn between their fear of the Watchers and the undeniable presence of the divine in Enoch, could not reach a unanimous decision about what to do with him. Methuselah, filled with the love and respect for his father, pleaded with the rulers to spare Enoch's life, for he knew that his father's mission was not yet complete. The rulers, moved by Methuselah's sincerity, agreed to release Enoch, but warned him to speak his prophecies in secret. Enoch, undeterred by the threats and persecution, continued to fulfill his mission with even greater fervor. He gathered his faithful followers in hidden places, teaching them the ways of righteousness and the hope of redemption. The fame of Enoch's teachings reached even the ears of the Watchers, and they grew restless in their dark abode, knowing that their judgment was certain. They plotted to destroy Enoch, viewing him as a threat to their dominion over the hearts of men. However, the Lord's protection was upon Enoch, and no harm came to him from the fallen Watchers or their followers. The divine presence shielded him from the wickedness that sought to extinguish the light he carried within. And so, Enoch continued to walk the earth, a beacon of truth and righteousness in a world consumed by darkness. His message of warning and hope echoed through generations, inspiring the hearts of those who sought the path of the Most High.